I saw it. You saw it. Hell, we all saw it. There's something special about this only unbeaten football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's get to it, y'all. Post-game victory celebration time. What's up, Cerebral football fans? My name is Steven Hyder. This is Gate City Sports Channel. Hey, if you're new to the channel, it's maybe the first, second, third time you caught my content and you enjoyed today's discussion. Look, we just crossed over 6,400 subscribers. We're on a journey. We're on a path towards 7,500. I would love for you to be a part of the Cerebral football community. Hey, just need you to hit that subscribe button to do that. To my OG subscribers here, and I'm going to ask you to do, guys, hat in hand. Hey, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Smash that like button. Help me spike this algorithm and get this in front of new people we can potentially convert into our audience here on YouTube. Hey, what can I say, man? Haason Reddick. All the craziness, right? I mean, a lot of us were really concerned about Haason Reddick. Like, hey, man, this was supposed to be a difference maker in our defense. We signed this dude to make special plays. It's about time. We need special plays. Well, he showed up with special plays. 2 strip sacks, 1 game, 1 recovery at least. Caused chaos throughout the entire game. In the mud, in the rain, in the windy elements. He was a nightmare. He was a problem for a Jacksonville Jaguar offensive line that had only allowed 2 sacks on the season. Guess what? Haason just got you for 2 strip sacks in 1 game. There is talent. There is belief in that defensive line. And I don't even care, like, when we start rotating guys, we got dudes playing at a high level, even in rotation. You know, Jordan Davis came in and had a great run stop in this game. Just an absolute stuff. You know, Patrick Johnson got a little beat up, towards, the midway part of the game. Hopefully the young man's going to be okay and be ready for the future here. But, Patrick Johnson's been playing at a high level. Marlon Tuipulotu's been playing at a high level. Like, I see Milton Williams out there getting his reps, right? Brandon Graham, that young man, I call him young, but Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox, those 2 young men have apparently found the fountain of youth. Now they deserve to be called young men, even though they're not that much younger than me. Nonetheless, man, they have found the fountain of youth, and it's rejuvenating to see this defensive line play. These guys are playing for one another. They are pumped up. Look, we were down our nickel corner and one of our starting outside corners in Darius Slay. By the way, 2 out of the 3 best players on this team, right? I mean, maybe saying 2 out of the 3 best players, but 2 out of the, best 5 or 6 guys on the team, clearly. We were down. Our secondary was a little beat up this game. Josiah Scott's in at the slot. Zach McPherson's outside at corner. We still balled, man. James Bradbury making a veteran play when veteran plays matter. When veteran plays count. When you need a veteran dude that you spent $10 million on in the offseason to come up here and make a play. What does he do? He watches the eyes of a young quarterback facing down, staring down pressure. By the way, I talked about that. And I got some crap from some people saying, like, well, all quarterbacks, don't like to be hit. Yeah, but how you react to the pressure matters, guys. I used to play quarterback. I understand we don't like to be hit. But how people respond to the pressure, how people respond to the hits, tells you a lot about the player. There are certain dudes like Kirk Cousins and a few other guys that when they get hit and they get roughed up in a game, it comes unglued. Carson Wentz. But nonetheless, James Bradbury, it's not what we're talking about. We're talking about James Bradbury reading the play as it develops and knowing he ain't going here. He's not going to this inside breaking route here to Christian Kirk. He's going outside with the ball. I'm jumping this route and I'm taking the ball away. This defense just puts the clamps down. This defense has been absolutely putting clamps down on people. They got the vice grip and they're just turning it. This defense is getting special, guys. This defense is way better than I thought it was going to be. And just like you, I was a little concerned after week 1. I did bring up, hey, man, we did have like 4 or 5, series in a row where we really clamped down on Detroit too, and then we kind of took our foot off the pedal. But I was concerned coming out of that game, like, we probably gave a little too many points to that team. And now we see for 3 consecutive weeks, when we need this defense to straight up clamp down, it clamps down. Transitioning to the offense here. Miles freaking Sanders. 27 carries? 27. Everyone always asks me, like, what do you think for Miles Sanders? I said normally between probably 12 and 16 is probably the sweet spot the Eagles coaching staff wants him. But you know what? We were in the rain. It was a windy game. It was muddy. It was nasty. We're playing a defensive line that's very fast. It's very reactive. It's hard to hit screenplays and stuff like that on this team, this Jaguars team. You know what they did? They put their faith in Miles Sanders to go out there and be a player, be a big-time player in a big-time moment. Came through. Shout out to Miles Sanders, guys, because when you get over 130 yards, you're balling. And in the pregame show that me and Mike, we had together earlier today, we had some Jaguar fans that were chiming in because I made a comment and I said, I told everyone straight up, I'm like, look, I like this Jaguars team. I think it's a good team. However, let me point something out. You caught the Chargers at the right time when they were really beat up. And you have not played a team as talented as the Eagles yet. Y'all might want to pump the brakes on what y'all are saying in the comment section. And somebody had the gall to say that we don't have a good running back. How you like Miles Sanders now? How you like Miles now? Do we have a running back? Because the guy I just saw just put up 27 handoffs for over 130 yards on your number one ranked rushing defense. I called it out. You hadn't really been tested. You had the standing. Claps to you. Okay, you had the standing. You deserved it. But you hadn't really been tested yet either. This is a different team you're playing. The Eagles, we don't play this kind of crap, man. We can get down and get dirty in the trenches. What did I tell y'all? I said, okay, keep thinking you're confident, man. I like what Lloyd's done on the season. Young, good-looking linebacker. I think he's a good player. If I had to put my money on a scrap, a fight, at the second level between Jason Kelce and Lloyd, Lloyd's getting pancaked. What happened? Lloyd got pancaked. There was an attitude to this game. And we went down 14. We got pushed. We got pushed in this game. We went down 14 in the first quarter. And then the second quarter came. And it's just like the Eagles are just like, man, just fast forward to the second quarter. We're about to show y'all. 20 points again in the second quarter. And we closed it out with, I believe, 9 points or whatever it was in the fourth quarter. So we put up points in the fourth quarter offensively, which is always good to see. We still had that explosion in the second quarter that we're all accustomed to seeing. We got down and dirty in the running game. A.J. Brown is still a warrior out there. He had 5 for 95 today, guys. He's just a warrior, man. A.J. Brown just does the dirty work. And this Eagles offense is starting to form a very, very clear identity. It's a very clear identity now, right? Remember I told you guys that Devontae Smith's going to have the ability to make those big splash plays. But I always felt like the offense is going to kind of flow through A.J. Brown in terms of the receiving core. A.J. Brown's kind of the guy that kind of facilitates everything. We saw that, right? In the big moment of the game, we're trying to close it out. And to be honest with you, I didn't love the call, but they went right to A.J. Brown to try to close that game out. Haason Reddick comes right back on the field and gets a strip sack and pretty much ends the game anyways after that, and we're able to just kneel it down. But nonetheless, we saw what the Eagles wanted to do to get the first down to close the game out. They wanted to get the ball into A.J. Brown's hands to try to accomplish that. This team's good. This is a very, very good football team. There's a lot of talent on this team. I'm pretty dang excited about what I'm seeing out there. I honestly think that we are in a terrific spot as, a football team. 4-0. All games in the NFL, man. If you can get those wins, you keep accumulating them, man, because it's never easy. Everyone wants to make it like it's easy, but it's not. These are NFL players. That opposing team can put points up on you. That opposing team can play defense, right? Any given Sunday, there's a reason why that saying exists. Well, what I'm here to tell you is that this team is not losing focus. It is not losing sight of its opponents. And it's basically making sure that there is no such thing as a trap game. They understand their opponents. They're not going out there with any kind of disrespect in their hearts towards that opponent. They know that this is the NFL, and they know every team is dangerous, and we're not sleeping on anybody, so you can take that crappy narrative you got about there being trap games and stick it up you know where. We don't buy into that here, because we know the value of an opponent in the NFL. That's what I'm seeing from this team. This team sticks together, it fights together, even in a situation when we're down 2 scores. We see this offense comes together, man. We see the defense gets it together, starts making those adjustments. I'm happy, guys. I'm really happy about what I'm seeing from this football team. I think this has a real opportunity to be a very special season. We are already 4-0. Up next, we're on the road in Arizona. It's not an easy game. But this team has proven it along every single step. On the road and at home. 4-0, baby. Let's get it. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Leave your comments down below. How pumped are you? How psyched are you, man? This was a good football team we just played. Remember, they had beaten their opponents like 52 to like freaking 10. 52 to 10 the last 2 weeks. That's how bad Jacksonville had been embarrassing their opponents. That's the quality win we just got today, guys. Don't lose sight of that. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Leave your comments down below, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Fly, Eagles, fly.